All right, welcome everybody. Today's video, we're over here at Wat Tong Pu. This is a fantastic little temple. Now, like everything here in Lopburi, it has ties back to King Narai. King Narai moved the capital over here for about 9 months out of the year from Ayutthaya to Lopburi, and he did all the official business. And so whenever he was using this as the capital, everything was fixed up and new things were built, all of that. He built a palace and all of these temples were restored, and this place must have been fantastic. But anyway, we're looking at Wat Tong Pu, which means, I think the translation of it is like a place for soldiers to muster. So they assume that King Narai used this area over here as kind of a base camp for some of his soldiers. So anyway, we're going to look at this temple. It's got some fantastic buildings. The little wihan is the one that I really want to see. That's the reason to come over here today. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look around at some of the big Buddha images. We're going to look at the stupa and a couple of the little halls. So let's see what all we see. We got some of the monks getting ready to go out and do some digging. Over there is the bell tower and the drum, and then they have like a little general purpose hall and some other buildings. Now this is an active temple, so the monks are here doing their thing. And you got this big Buddha here, and you have a little prayer wheel, the Naga. This is just a small little building. We'll look inside of it, and then we'll go look at a couple of the other buildings. This is what they have inside of here. They got this old hall underneath that big Buddha. So this is kind of a little moon drop, and you can see it is in the Ayutthaya style inside. It has those red shutters and everything, and it has the main Buddha here has the 7 Naga around its head. You can see where people have made their little blessing. So how fantastic is this building right here? Now you can see above the windows has those lotus shaped, and this is an old hall that they've restored. And it's actually locked up because they're building a new hall right here behind it. And they have some scaffolding and stuff where they're doing the eaves and everything. So you can't get inside there, which is a disappointment. I really want to see inside of this temple. So this monk's over here lining out these young boys. He's got them digging some holes. Now I was asking him if he'd open it up. I don't think he understood exactly what I was saying. But he pulled me over here and was telling me that this building is from King Narai, from Ayuttaya. And I was trying to get him to open up the door, but I don't think he quite understood what I was asking. But you can see they got the shutters here. This is fantastic. So I told the old man monk, and he is going to see if we can open it here. You can see the scaffolding, and then the new building over here. This is what a new temple hall looks like when they're building it. Guy over there lounging around. So they have this covered up. So they bring in the Buddha image and then they're building around it. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This will look nice when they're done. They're going to do it in the Ayutthaya style. Oh, actually, you know what? This looks like an old hall that they're restoring. Look at the roof up there. Oh, wow. So they're basically getting rid of the brick is what they're doing. Oh, I see. All right, so I got that monk to come in here and he turned on the lights. And let's take a look inside of this hall. So there's a whole bunch of data and stuff up on the wall. So you can see here, this is what the building used to look like before they restored it. Now they say that this was a Mon or a Lao temple. The black lacquer door shows that it was kind of, it was Mon. That's what they say anyway, so that's the influence in it. And you can see they have the string and stuff that goes to the Buddha image. And this is one of the most sacred Buddhas here in Lopburi. It's a sandstone Buddha image that's in the Ayutthaya style. And it has the Naga around his head. And then they have all kinds of stuff here with like the French. Because there was some French ambassadors that were here in Lopburi. There's like a hall that was built over near the palace, was to be a reception hall. Oh, and I didn't even notice this. Check out all those little Buddhas up there in all those little notches. Oh, that is cool. And then all these strings go. So they'll do the ceremony and everybody will be connected to the Buddha. Oh, and it's in a little lotus bud, little niche. Oh, that is fantastic. So you can see some more of the deal. So here's the two monks that were outside. They're taking a break here. So this guy here is 14 and his little buddy is 13. So they're nice enough to open up this temple so I could see inside of this. But this is great. I didn't expect this at all. So this is nice. And I wish it was in English. They have everything on the walls is in Thai. But for the Thais that would come over here, this would be really great for them. Okay, so let's go and let's look at that little wihan. That's the one thing I really wanted to see. Yeah, so if this is an old hall, what they've done with some of them is they've left the roof there, and then they've taken the walls out, and then they've put concrete as opposed to the bricks, and they've redone them. If that's what they're doing in there, that is fantastic. Because you could see the roof up underneath there was painted, and all of this will be the new. But they still can tie the old in with the new, and it'll be fantastic. So this whole building here is awesome. And this new little wihan that'll be next to it will be pretty cool when they're done. Okay, so this is the little wihan. And this is kind of the pride and joy of this little temple. Now, when you look, it has a super low roof, and you got to kind of duck in to go inside. And this is why I wanted to come to this temple. I'm kind of fascinated by these old Ayutthaya murals, and this little tiny building has a bunch of them here. And this is, I've never seen a building like this. Now, there's kind of that little moon drop over at Wat Klang, and I did a video of it from after it was flooded. But that building was had higher walls. This one is such a low little wall, and it's kind of open. It has like, you can see the gaps around the walls and the roof. But check out these murals. These are amazing. I love these old Ayutthaya style murals. Some of my viewers really like these also. So I always kind of track them down if I can and show you kind of what it looks like. All of this is history. You see these murals, they'll have paintings of the daily life in Ayutthaya or Lopburi or wherever it's from. And like you'll see them doing trading, you'll see them hunting, you'll see them fighting. You'll just see scenes of everything. This one here is kind of faded off. You can still see some of the trees and birds and stuff in some of the buildings, but it's in kind of bad shape. The one that I just did, like in Phetchaburi, you could see scenes of like the foreign traders that were in Phetchaburi, and they even had some paintings of foreigners that were dressed like monks, which I thought was kind of cool. And then this is behind the Buddha images. You can see the trees and the buildings and waterfalls. Over here in this corner, these probably are the best preserved. Yeah, you can see somebody here, looks like raking some leaves. You got some people praying to the Buddha, and you have the temple with the chetties and all of that. This is really nice. This is a real treat right here. And you can see some of these little Buddha statues are quite old. I mean, you'll come into some of these temples sometimes, and they'll have a 800-year-old Buddha that will just be sitting out here. And then they have this right here. This is like an old stone, and it kind of looks like maybe they had Naga and stuff there. Now, at this temple, there's supposed to be like one of the really most sacred objects with a thing to wash the Buddha, and I'm not sure where that's at. And a fantastic little house here. You see it's in great shape. And there's the old original bell tower over there. And then they have a school over there on the other side of the temple wall. And then they have this little chetty. Now this is a copy of another chetty that's over towards the river that's quite a bit taller, but it's the same styling. And then they have two more halls over there. And we'll see if we can get into those also. Looks like here they got a shrine. You see these shrines, they'll have these women's clothing. And in here it looks like they have some of the old timber from some of the buildings, and they've made it into kind of a shrine there. Yeah, these two buildings here are also amazing. All right, so it has some of the old Chinese plates you can see in the wall. Oh, that's cool. And it's Ayutthaya styling. This one over here this little tiny ordination hall, you can really see how it's bowed in the middle like a boat. And then all those little mythical birds and everything. Oh, this is great. Yeah, this temple here is a real treat to see. You can see they've done the roof of it pretty recently. All the tiles have been replaced. And then you can see the columns that are built to support the roof there. And this one here also, it's in good shape. Right there underneath the eaves, they put the chicken wire in to keep the pigeons out. But the roof is in great shape. And then you can see the work up above the doors, or the windows, I mean. And then the little, the buasimas, the little marker stones. Okay, so let's go into the wihan first, and then we'll go into that ordination hall. You see they have some more of the Chinese plates and stuff, and got some pigeons that have nested up there. Now this is kind of a different stairwell to get in. Most of them will have like a porch here. This looks like it's been added on later on. This is an after thing. So they put a little place to sit, and then check out these doors. Oh, and it has some old murals that are painted into them. This is the black lacquer doors that is the Mon style. There were a lot of Mon that came over from Burma. There was quite a few wars that happened back and forth. Some of the minorities that were being persecuted moved into Thailand. They joined forces with the Thais and they settled, especially around Bangkok. You'll see a lot of like around a Kokret, Patkret area. All of that was settled by the Mon. But this is really nice. You can see the principal Buddha up there is in the Ayutthaya style. And then it has all the ones in front with the Naga and everything else. Yeah, this little hall doesn't have any windows. It just has the door in the front and the door in the back. You can see the red ceiling with those big beams, and then the door here. There's no murals or anything on the wall in here. It's just the whitewash. But this is in great shape. This is the little ordination hall, or the boat as the Thais call it. It's got 2 doors and a window right here in the front. And then it has the red doors, the red window shutters. This is also really, really nice. Now I wonder if they didn't paint any murals on these walls because of that little wihan that had all the murals. But you never know, this might have had murals back in the day, and it's been since painted over. And then here we go. This has the Buddha up there, and the little pedestal that it's sitting on. They got a picture over there of King Rama IX. They have a Buddha footprint, and they have some of the important Buddhas over here in this little case. Yeah, this is another one of those fantastic little buildings. It's kind of nondescript. Now it seems like there's a second story. You can see there's lights up there, but there must have been some kind of stairwell to get up there, because if they use that, there's no other way up there other than if it was right here where it's open. It's kind of strange. I don't know why they have that up there. You can see there's just 3 little tiny windows and then the 2 doors. So back in the day, whenever it got dark, it really got dark in these little buildings. They would have had some candles burning and stuff like that, but it would have got dark fast. All right, guys, that finishes up our little video over here at Wat Tong Pu. This temple here is fantastic. I've really enjoyed this a lot. The buildings are preserved so well compared to a lot that you go over towards Ayuttaya. Most of the ones in Ayutthaya are just kind of a little museum of bricks, but these, they've done a nice job. They've restored them, they've kept everything there, so the history is still intact. The little tiny wihan with the murals was fantastic, but I really enjoyed getting into that old hall where the monk opened it up, and I got to see inside of there. And it's a shame that there isn't any more in English, but hey, you know, the Thais come over here as tourists also, and this is their temple in the end. So shame on me for not knowing Thai, right? Anyway, hopefully you guys liked this video, and if you did, make sure you smash the like button. Smash it. That really helps my channel get promoted, and it also helps the videos get promoted, and that way more people can see it. And leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. If you like this temple, let me know. If you've been here before, or if you want to come, let me know. Or if you want me to do something different, tell me that also in a comment, and I'll do my best to make a video. And if this is your first time at my channel, subscribe. And this is the kind of videos I do. I just go and I show you things that I see around in Thailand, tell you a little bit about what I know. And if you like that, then this is the right place for you. So anyway, guys, from over here at Wat Tong Pu, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.